Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to Stone Designs. Let's head to the shop and see what we can work on today. Alright, today we're going to work on a hanging stone. As you can see, I had to split the stone off the side here using the hammer and chisel, just to give it a more proportionate size when we go to hang it. Then I had to drill the ends, as you can see right here. Start with a smaller bit and go to a larger one. And then we'll epoxy the hooks in, and then it'll hang. And it'll be like this when we're done. So we'll have the two hooks in it. So let's epoxy up the holes. Okay, now that we got our eye hooks, as you can see right here, we got them already epoxied in. They're pretty tight. We're now going to glue up the stone and cover it with a stencil rubber, which is this stuff right here. And once we get that on, we'll glue it on the rock. We'll then lay down our stencil on top of the stone and do our transfer and start cutting out. Okay, we got our rubber cut for our stencil rubber where we're going to put our image on. So now we have to glue up the stone. And the reason why we do that is so that the rubber can stick to it, and then we can start cutting our lettering. So you want to make sure you get it all in the little nooks and crannies here. And you got to let it dry between a couple of coats. Okay, we're going to put the rubber down now. Like that. That just sort of marks the edge by using your stencil knife. Okay. Now you'll have to sharpen your stencil knife well, letter, so not every letter, but every name, because you're dragging the tip on the stone. So now, start pulling out what you cut. And use your knife to help pry out the lettering. Now this type of stencil rubber is designed specifically for rough cut stone. Generally in shops, sign making shops, or any other type of monument shop, they're using stencil rubber, which will have perforated holes and it's put on a plotter. This is old school. There, as you can see, it's cut out. Okay, I've already cut the front part off already, so we're just ready to pull the letters. Okay. There you have it. Now the next step, sandblasting. The reason why we put the rubber on it is so we can protect the rest of the area, and I'll work inside these letters. Carve them down fairly deep, and we'll put on a stone type paint, peel rubber, give it a bath, ready to hang. So as you can see, this will be going down along with these other stones that I've been working on. So the next step, we'll be heading to the blaster. Okay, we're almost set up. We have our generator here. We have the compressor. And the compressor cone feeds a line all the way over to here. This is my air dryer. It helps take moisture out before it goes into the blast pot. A little yellow canister there is an air filter. And then we go over here to the actual blast pot with the helmet. Once I charge this all up, here's the stone in question that we're going to be doing. So I'll be blasting that. And we use a small tip like this. As you can see, tiny little tip. And I'll work in the lettering like so as I'm carving it. Occasionally the rubber likes to lift a little bit, so you have to just finesse it, hold it down with a little bit of a metal bar, and that's it. Okay, I have my two assistants, my wife and my grandson, and in the wheelbarrow there's a few more stones. We're going to be blasting a total today of 4. One we're showing you the video on, and the others we'll show you later. Okay, now that we're completed the blast, let's take a look and see what we've all done here. It's kind of hard to see it through the light, the way the shadows are. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 big rocks all done. Nice and deep, cut in the lettering. So the next step is to take this back up and get it ready for paint. Then we paint all inside the lettering using a special spray. And we'll strip the rubber, clean the stones, completed. So now that we've already got the blaster, the paint dries quite fast. Now we can peel it. So the next step is to wash it to get rid of all this sticky part, the glue. Off to the wash bay. All right, now that we put the spray on, I'm just going to start scrubbing this. Now you just give it a quick rinse with water to get all the glue out of the little crevices and cracks. Okay, we have now got the stone dry after we washed it, and it's now ready to be hung. Alright, moving on to the next project. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. Bye for now.